You ready to namaslay?
Is that a thing you say here?
No.
Excuse me!
My name is Emilio Sparks. You might know me as the thick, accented Italian from the Sessions with Rene Paquette, or the man-bun dude who once hand-fed Solo Sikoa a Dorito at Wale Mania. You see this guy right here? That's Ettore Ewing. And if you're watching this, you definitely know him as WWE superstar Big E, the hip-swiveling, eye-bulging powerhouse from one of wrestling's most iconic factions, The New Day. While E's had a few viral moments over the years, he's most famous for reaching the pinnacle of his profession, winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And he's also my best friend. Physical fitness is obviously a top priority for any professional wrestler. But today, E and I are going to be training another muscle.
Pause, bro.
This week, E is visiting my hometown of Staten Island to accompany me at my weekly visit to B Yoga, where we'll work on our mobility, our flexibility, and most crucially, our mindfulness. Maybe we'll even transcend spiritual enlightenment and start another podcast together.
I'm waiting for my best friend. We're gonna do yoga and meditate today like pals do.
Well. Look at me.
Look at you.
Look at you.
You're glowing.
Hold up.
So when was the last time you did yoga?
What, like, I think November last year?
All right, so we're gonna change that. It's real hot today. And we're gonna do a little meditation today too.
Beautiful.
Because I wanna know what the catalyst was for you to do all of this.
You know, I had a friend who suggested getting on Headspace a few years ago, and I was dabbling. I do some here, some there, but I would just make up excuses, you know, being on the road, I was too busy. But then the pandemic happened, lockdowns happened, I had no more excuses.
Right.
And I felt like I'm home every single day. You have the time, do it. So for me, it really just kicked into high gear in 2020.
So we're gonna tap in, we're gonna open our hearts a little bit today. We're gonna
like
talk.
that.
We're gonna do what we do.
Open our
wanna open our
yeah,
hearts?
let's open it up.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
let's do it.
Let's open our hearts. Wait.
You guys gotta take your shoes
Start.
off.
Take your shoes off.
Oh, I didn't know if you wanted me to take them.
Studio.
Okay, all right, my fault. I know. That's on me. This is dope.
So you wanna get ready? We'll get our mats.
Let's do this.
All right, let's do it. Larissa, Larissa.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very
So
much.
we're gonna do hot yoga today.
Yeah, we're gonna do a nice 30-minute flow to introduce you to the practice of Baptiste Yoga. So I'm gonna be here, we're gonna work it out and see how it goes.
Awesome.
All right? All right, come to child's pose. So we're gonna come onto our hands and knees. And your forehead go down to the back. So all the way up you can. Now see, we're gonna work here.
E, if you fart, this is a safe space.
I was thinking I might be close. I'm gonna do my best not to fart on you, I promise.
Higher, yeah. Hold it for 4, and 3, 2, and forward fold on 1. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High low plank, great. Go top. Push up to a low push. Good. October cobra, downward facing dog. Exhale. Do 1. Lift your right leg to the ceiling, bend your knee and open up your hip. It's a lot of work, right?
Yeah, it is not.
Now spin the left heel down to the floor, and this is called Warrior 1. We're gonna rise up nice and strong. Let the wrists not flex so much, bring a little ease there. Yeah, and then right up here, good, breathe. Warrior 2, open. And the mind becomes steady as we're in a challenging right position. It's not easy to hold a pose. So as we're here, make sure that wherever your arms are, it feels very natural and effortless so that the attention right now can go more towards the breath rather than trying to maintain a specific shape, right, with the body. And then start to bring your attention to your breath. You're just feeling the sensation of it as you breathe in and out through your nose. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be parted from freedom's true joy. May all beings dwell in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Such a third space. Inhale, lift the heart to the light. As we bow with gratitude for each other in these practices and the teachers that came before us, we bow and say,
Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You sweating?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, right?
Little bit.
My flexibility, as you can see, is very limited. Certain areas, like my hamstrings are very loose, others not so much.
Yeah.
But that's years of playing football and running my body into other human beings.
How much time do you give like your ligaments and your tendons within the stretch, or just like in a recovery? Like, what do you do? Do you do something like this?
Yoga is something I've thought about for many years, and right before I hit 30, I started getting more paranoid about my body breaking down. So I thought, okay, now it's time to at least start investing some more in mobility and whatnot. So I always make sure, post-workout, post-lift, I'm foam rolling, I'm stretching, mostly like hip flexors, especially, I've torn both my ACLs, broken my right patella, had the left meniscus. So with all the knee stuff, just want to make sure I'm working on my hip flexors, also like with my low back stuff as well.
Could you explain a little bit more of that, where it's not just doing the poses and going into the routine? How important is it to actually just like try to have a presence in this current space?
It takes different paths to get to the same place. You know that feeling when everything is just like working, there's like nothing else exists? Like you're just there, fully present. I said that's what yoga and mindfulness helps us strengthen to get to. It's about harnessing the mind so that the mind can follow the direction of the heart, the soul. What takes us away from the heart space is this. You can't get here if this is all over the place.
So that was my biggest thing, is trying to let go of, it's okay that you're not great at all these things. It's your second time ever doing this. So that for me was it, just trying to let go of this feeling that I needed to be good or proficient or the best.
Do you ever really get any anxiety when you step out on stage?
You know what? I'm actually more comfortable as a performer than I am in my day-to-day life. And I think as I've grown and like spent more time meditating, I feel like I've gotten better there. But was one thing I've always loved about being an athlete and as being a performer, sports entertainer, wrestler, whatever term you want to use, is it does force you to be present. And I love those moments where I'm not thinking about my bills, what's going on at home. I love just the extreme presence of being in a ring.
So where do you go in terms of like anxiety in your everyday life?
My early 30s and prior, I think it was just not feeling settled in myself, not feeling like I was good enough. But as a performer, you're able to escape into this different persona. But for me, like the last 3 years, was really, once lockdowns, the pandemic started, it was a real focus on improving myself, on working on myself, and then just committing myself to meditation has just helped me tremendously. I was often someone who carried these thoughts that I was deficient and that I needed to prove something and that I needed to overcome all these perceived obstacles. And so now the last few years has just been really feeling that I am enough as is, and like meditation and mindfulness has definitely helped me get there.
And we see a multi-time tag team champion, we see a former WWE World Heavyweight Champion, we see a former Money in the Bank winner. We don't see that. We see the host of WrestleMania. Like, we don't see any of what you feel. You know what I mean? With that, in that negative space and in that self-loathing phase. Trust me, I'm going through that right now. I've always had that. You know that. Like, we speak about that all the time, where it's this, I don't like who I am, but yet I pretend to be something a little bit more, maybe turned up to 50. That way it's a form of escape that way. And then when I'm done doing the thing that I have to do, I go back and I'm like, it's just me again.
I feel like I let go of a lot of like the shame or the fear that, if I talked about my mental health struggles, that people would judge me. And I had this real urge just to like tell people this is who I am, these are the people I love, just to express myself. And I found a lot of real beauty and freedom in that. And it was also just the ability to go to do Breakfast Club and feel like, man, I was pretty damn good at that. And yeah, that felt great. I was warmly received. I am good enough.
So I want to end on this, right? Because your life is dope and you do dope shit. What is it all about? Life in general.
I believe more and more in our interconnectedness, and my most joyous times are the times I spend with my loved ones, with my family members, the times I just get to do things that I love and to be around people I love. So that for me is something that I really enjoy and appreciate.
So next time you come back, we'll do 110-degree yoga?
This was difficult enough as is. Baby steps, okay? Baby steps. Don't rush.
All right, give me a sweaty hug.
Swampy.
Oh, this is swampy.